The faces that make up the American workforce have changed dramatically over the past couple of decades. Unlike in past years that generally only had 3 different generations in the same workplace, in contemporary times, that number has increased to 5 or 6 generations in the same workplace. This increase has resulted in workplaces having a wider range of expectations that differ depending on age. That doesn't mean that this shift is a bad thing. According to a 2018 Randstad Work Monitor study, 86% of global workers prefer working on a multi-generational team. Before we continue any further, it should be clarified that every individual born in a certain generation does not necessarily fit into the broad characteristics defining that generation. Broad characteristics cannot be attributed to every individual.
My name is Beth Livingston, and I'm an assistant professor of management and entrepreneurship at the Tippie College of Business at the University of Iowa. Kaleidoscope career model says that there are 3 different things that we care about over our careers, which is that we care about challenge, we care about balance, and we care about authenticity. And that the degree to which we care about each of these things shifts and changes over time, just like a kaleidoscope. The 3 colors never change, but the combinations do. And it's an attempt to get us to acknowledge that people will always care about challenge, balance, and authenticity, but at different degrees. And we can meet people where they are and create policies that allow people to spend their entire careers at the same company and getting what they need. Because what we tend to see is, for instance, if you're just new from school, it's challenge, challenge, challenge all the time. And then there's a hypothesized sort of divergence for men and women, where women move into balance before men do because of children-related issues, although that has changed as men have begun to do more parenting. And then authenticity is something interesting, as we see, for instance, men often move into the desire for authenticity in their retirement years. And I'm going to leave this career and I'll try to do something that's really me, authentically me, that I care about, that I value. And women who move into entrepreneurial positions often do that from a place of authenticity and balance. There's sort of differentiations there.
Having negative opinions between generations isn't a new idea. In the 8th century BC, Hesiod wrote, "I see no hope for the future of our people. They are dependent on the frivolous youth of today." To this day, generational discrimination continues with jokes like "Okay Boomer" or comments like "Millennials all need participation trophies." In many workplaces, comments like these often get a pass and are not reprimanded as being insensitive or discriminatory like racist or sexist comments are. Leaders in an organization need to take steps to let their employees know that generational discrimination will not be tolerated. Companies that allow workplace cultures that shame generations make it a less inclusive environment for different generations of workers. This can lead to a higher turnover and less competitive ability to hire new employees, both young and old.
If we don't acknowledge that and we put in these blanket policies, we're not going to meet people where they are. We're not going to be able to keep them in our organizations for long periods of time because their needs differ and their needs change and shift. So what I need when I'm 25 years old and I didn't have any children was different than me at 39 with 2 children, which will be different when I'm 64 and I'm still excited for different challenges. And so the degree to which you can have flexible policies that almost serve in the sort of buffet style, where people can put together things that help them to do their jobs well, and that acknowledge differentiation without putting a value judgment on that, but your reward is greater, and that you can get people who are committed for longer because they'll feel supported throughout their career. They don't have to leave you to go somewhere else.